Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Oklahoma City squad. Pass to Lillard. The three. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Doris, how excited are you for this front court matchup we have in front of us tonight? Two of the best in the game.
BA, I've had this one circled on my calendar for some time. The front court matchup is absolutely special. Two big-time guys.
And the Jazz with possession here. After the basket by Oklahoma City. Here's Duncan. The open shot, Barnes. Misses off the right iron. And Anthony Davis again.
And I'll tell you what, I just love how Davis runs the floor. Just incredible. I mean, how do you stop him in these situations?
Now here's Garland. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Unselfish play by Miles Bridges right there. The team wants more of that.
Here's Garland. And no good. The dry spell continues. And so Davis will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 4-point game.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
Garland for three. Utah with another miss.
Boy, that's brutal. 1 for 5 to start. You have got to find your footing offensively.
And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Graham.
Yeah, B.A. He throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
Lets the three fly.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked Coach directly about his thoughts on facing Drew Holiday. We have to keep an eye on him at all times, Coach admitted, saying defense is where he has me most worried. He can be so disruptive. We really have to keep the ball away from him. Sounds like they'll try to avoid Holiday altogether on the offensive end. Brian, back over to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And how about the Thunder? Doris, last season, bringing home the first major professional sports title in the state of Oklahoma.
And what a fan base they have celebrating this historic achievement. And you think about the way this roster was built. Through smart draft choices, through player development, and through a young, brilliant basketball coach, this team remains young, they're united, they're together, and it could be the first of many.
Here's Arenas. A dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Fires in the triple.
That's called working the catch-and-shoot game to perfection. Barnes on balance and on point with his shot mechanics.
Bridges outside. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. The three, here's Lillard. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Lillard's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And this is exactly why you got to be up on Lillard, or he'll burn you off the catch.
Here's Mobley. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Lillard outside. And the dunk by Lillard.
What an athletic play from Lillard. More than capable of just jamming it down.
50 seconds left in the first. From deep, Mobley. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Utah leading. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, what you like about Barnes in transition, he's equally proficient getting to the rack or setting up for the jump shot.
It's stolen. Lillard left side. There's the three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Pass to Mobley. Here's Arenas. Saw a screen. Wide open look. The shot won't fall.
Boy, that was his shot to miss. This guy's a terrific mid-range shooter.
Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of energy for the Jazz. 8 points. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. Man, what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And it's Hachimura missing. Jazz leading by 3. Pass to Portis. And Arenas pulls it down. Now here's Bridges. Oubre with a steal. Fast break Utah. For 3, Fears. Here's Portis. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Out to Bridges. There's the triple. The Thunder with another miss. Utah with the ball. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Drew Holiday understands the big picture. He said, quote, basketball is a two-way sport. As much as you train offensively, you need to do the same thing defensively. Doing defensive slides, wall sits, things that help you with your legs and your face. I've done that since I was little. It helps. Back to you guys.
An elite defender. Allie, thank you. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far.
If a teammate's open in the painted area, you give him the basketball. Those are high-quality shots.
You know, Grant, with the young Jeremiah Fears, the focus seems to be on his potential upside.
Yeah, he scores well, has a decent passing game, but there's room for more polish in other areas. As long as he works hard on developing, he'll reach that next level. When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Pass this along. Here's Fears. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Fears might not be the biggest guy on the floor, but he can really get up.
Fires it. Up again. Davis making the defense pay.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Portis for 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
Offensive board. It's good on the putback.
And the length is hard to contend with. Davis using all of it for the putback points there.
To the inside. Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Pass to Fears. Nails it from beyond the arc. Fears has got 5 points.
Yeah, liking the confidence Fears is showing from deep. Jeremiah trusting his J.
Outside Brown. Green with the ball. No made baskets yet. And Davis slams it home.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Man, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Portis outside. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Fears. It's hauled in by Exum. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
Now here's Exum. Pass to Brown. Here's Davis. And it's Davis finishing things off inside.
You know, the best thing about AD is he can contribute in every statistical category.
Outside Garland. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Finished off the break. And now it's a 7-point Thunder lead.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Hey, yo, right here. Here's Exum. And that's not going to go. And so it's Oklahoma City closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Back to the game after this break. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Pass to Green. Saw a screen. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Last year, Jalen Green was twice named Western Conference Player of the Week.
Yeah, and Green was the first Rockets player to win the award multiple times since James Harden in 2019. And, you know, we've seen the flashes, and now on a new team, can he improve his consistency?
Yeah, with that deep stroke, I like Barnes' ability to switch between the 3 and 4 spots. 2 distinct things in terms of spacing on the floor and the requirements of the job.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Lillard outside. Pass to Duncan. Clock at 6. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Shot's good by Sarr. And now an 8-point Thunder lead.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Pass to Duncan. Back to Butler. Out to the right wing. And the shot is good by Garland.
Boy, you have got to be pleased with the start of this third quarter. 3 for 4 out of the gates. Just keep your rhythm now.
Outside, Green. Out of bounds. It'll be Jazz ball.
Boy, an unfortunate mix-up right there. Cost them a possession.
Jazz trailed by 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it, and if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Guys, back over to you.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Oh, he's hot coming out of the break. 3 up, 3 down.
To the middle. There's Duncan. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
The lead pass is on the money. Make it so easy for your teammate.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
first personal foul. First team.
Free throw good. Lillard. Of course, we got to give credit to Darius Garland for continuing to develop his body.
BA, like every smaller guard in the league, teams attack him defensively. So just like a Steph Curry, you build your strength and your balance, and you continue to play with pride on that end, and that is pivotal to his development.
A different look here for Utah. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining.
Right side Green. Oh! A two-handed power slam.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
Out to Portis. From downtown. Rebounded by Green.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Three-pointer, Holiday. Nails it from three. Holiday's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Inside. Out to Portis. Puts up a three. Sarr pulls it in.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Green. Back to Bridges. Oh, a big slam right on Bobby Portis. Oh, man.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Green. Driving to the basket. Oh, great D that time from Portis. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Spears. He's got 5. Pass to Salon. The three is up. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Bridges outside. Hachimura sets a screen. Out to the wing. And here's Collins for 3. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Oklahoma City ahead.
Oklahoma City, 46.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Lillard right side. Whoa! Damian Lillard! Serious hops!
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
Here's Green. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession here. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. Coach kept it calm, but direct. He said, quote, play smart, play our game. Don't worry about the score. Keep doing what we've been doing, and we'll be okay. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
I'll tell you, no secret that Miles Bridges at his best when finishing at the cup.
Here's Garland. And the layup is good.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Here's Bridges. The rebound by Duncan.
Great effort on the glass by the big fella. Nice work.
Down low to take the lead. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Utah.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
Lillard on the tape. And down it goes. 2 points. And the Jazz lead by 2.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
Here's Davis. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
No, if you're going to foul Davis, you better make it a hard one. AD is so strong.
Both free throws good from Davis. On offense, here's Utah. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
I like when Davis knocks down those jumpers. It forces the defense to leave the paint and really spaces the court.
Outside Garland. Cleared away by Davis.
Jazz foul. Darius Garland. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Some big-time stuff at the line. But, hey, listen, this is what we have come to expect from him.
Here's Oklahoma City now. Here's Bridges. Now Davis. No one near him. And it's in there.
What an emphatic bucket by Davis. This is a guy who never backs down or gives up.
And so the ball out of bounds. Mobley touched it last. Outside Garland. Lillard!
And I'll tell you, that was some smart basketball from Lillard right there. I mean, understanding how to put pressure on the D to get these calls.
At the line for 3.
He makes the second free throw, and that narrows the gap to 1. And he nails the third.
That will sting a little bit, failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
Now Mobley. Here's Bridges. Using the glass to lay it in.
High-stakes moment, and Miles Bridges does not shy away. Go ahead, young sir.
Stolen by Davis. Holiday drives in. Ooh, what a jam! Holding nothing back.
Holiday ready to fight for that bucket. Big-time delivery.
Outside Lillard. Oh, an answer slam.
It's Dame time. Whenever this team needs a big shot, he knows how to get one.
Outside Davis. 20 feet away and no problem.
Oh, man, he plays with a relentless motor in crunch time, too. Davis always wants the ball in his hand.
Garland scanning the floor. 6 to shoot. Here's Lillard. Oh, Lillard just owning the paint.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Yes! Using that window!
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Garland. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
I think Darius Garland relishes the chance to show up for his team. That's a big-time bucket.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Green.
They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
No time to waste, not at this point in the game.
Outside Lillard. Can't hit it. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And an intentional foul right there. Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And he can't get the second one to drop either. How about I've emptied that time?
Ouch! That was a missed opportunity. Could have put this game on ice.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, thoughts on what Coach is going to do here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Substitution on the court.
Now Garland. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim, because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
Lillard fires! And so the big win by Oklahoma City in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy and